shows.
Hey there, I'm Tony.
I'm John.
I'm Max, we're Eve 6.
Wow, that's really good.
Well done. Exciting, I would say, to come back into this environment. You know, we took some time off after a lot of success back in the day in the late 90s and early 2000s, and it is a different world now, but the cool thing about it is you can really interact with fans really easily now with the internet, and through Twitter, Facebook, and our own website. It's a great way to start a dialogue, and when you're putting a new record out, you want to have that interaction with your fans and hear what they think about it. So that's kind of the biggest difference now, I think, than doing music 10 years ago.
We're happy to have just so many of those people have stuck with us though too. I mean, I think that's something that might be hard now for bands, is just getting out there. We had a lot of really good exposure and collected a lot of fans during that time, so it's a good thing.
24th, Speak in Code, new Eve 6 album, and we just did it over in like a week. We threw it together, right, Max?
Yeah.
Max did it all on his M-Box.
Yeah, did it all on my M-Box.
No worries.
No.
Shout to Avid.
Yeah, we're excited about it. It's taken us a minute, but we really wanted to do it right and do it with the original lineup and have the best possible material and team behind us, for support and to be able to reach folks. So we feel like we sufficiently gathered ourselves, and really worked hard on this record, and hopefully it can almost justify, our lapse.
Long absence. That was the thing, when we did break up in 2004, we completely shut down the whole operation. We got rid of our website, we had no Facebook page, we had nothing, so it did take us a little while to get all that stuff going again, and we wanted to have all those pieces in place before we put this new record out, which is part of the reason why it took so long.
For sure.
But worth it, I think.
I think we felt like, one of the cool things about the time that went by between records 3 and 4 is we sort of felt like, we were allowed to indulge each song, do what we want to do musically, and I think there's a consistency to the record. Certain songs are, have different sounds and productions to them, but we definitely didn't feel like we had to come out sounding like we did when we were 17, So that was fun, it was like freedom.
It's cool because it's the original team, but we've all done other stuff and been able to spread our wings musically, and then we came back with Don Gilmore to produce the record as well, who has sold 40 or 50 million copies of with other artists and stuff since then too. So I think although it was the original team, we've all had a lot more experience, so it was a good.
We all picked up some different tricks, in our time off, in our time doing other things, working in the studio and working with other artists. And I think, the bigger your bag of tricks, the better the record you can make, and you can, do whatever is right for each song and really have fun with it.
Absolutely.
We're kind of like aggro dubstep, kind of 90s heritage rock. It's kind of like this cool new thing that we're
That hits it on the head.
Yeah.
I think we've always not fit in. We've sort of always been the band kind of on the outside of whatever, you know what I mean? We've always been like Eve 6, what,
Too rock for pop, too pop for rock, too this for that.
But our kind of thing is we do songs, and it starts there for us, and we just try to be as honest and open in places as we can, and rock. You know?
I'm glad we never got stuck in any one, musical genre specifically, because, it's hard to not fade away with that genre when that goes away. It's like Max said, it's just kind of about the songs for us, Hopefully that's what will help us stand the test of time.
People still want great pop songs and great artists that are exciting to them and speak to them. So that hasn't changed, but the means to get the music to people has changed completely.
Absolutely.
And, the CD is on the way out, and any sort of physical product for music is on the way out, and it's going to a completely digital delivery system. But people still love great music, I think, and I think it's our job to try to focus on that side of it and do the best we can, make the best music we can, and have good people around us to help get it out there the right way.
I think also we feel like mainstream rock music right now is in a pretty happy place, compared to where it was from our standpoint. That in the early 2000s, where it was just a lot of the testosterone rock going on and not stuff that we necessarily identify with. And now it does seem like
it's pop songs,
songcraft, melody, vibe, the things that run a little bit deeper are kind of working commercially, which is cool. Done our thing, which is what it's like when we came out with our second record, this power pop rock record. It was in the midst of the Papa Roach, you know what I mean, that whole thing. So we've always sort of just done what we do as other people do what they do, and sometimes we sort of steer closer to what people are digging, and other times we're further off. But we can only do what
and
we
just
do.
just growing up and getting older, you become more sure of yourself. And, I think that's happened as well. So.
Well, the station RXP here has been really supportive of the new single Victoria, and I think that always helps when you've got that kind of current support going. So I think we're getting a mix of new fans that are just hearing about us now through this new song and don't really know about our career 8 to 10 years ago, and then our awesome fans that have stuck with us.
That has
the
to
whole
be
time.
kind of strange, maybe kids that had just been born when you guys first blew up, now coming to shows.
Now we
and,
get the I've been listening to you since I was in 4th grade.
I was actually thinking about the way here. I think when the first album dropped, I was in 4th grade.
We have all bands say it. We really do have awesome fans, and they've allowed us this opportunity, to go and have these sold out shows, and it's like a community. They know all the words to all the songs. It's like this.
They argue over.
They were
split hairs.
They were posting on our bulletin board on our website before MySpace existed.
That's right.
Before any of that stuff.
So,
So I mean, it's.
And we learn about things from our fans that we should have learned about from our management or our label. and this has happened several times in the last few months. Hey, our fan just told us on Twitter that this video is out, or the wrong mix is out, or the song got released in Europe when it wasn't supposed to be released. So that's a great thing about being a band in today's world. You nothing gets by you, because they're out there watching.
I'm Max.
I'm John.
I'm Tony. We're Eve 6, and you're watching ColoradoSprings.com.